That's it. That's the one. I finally found it!
A, B, C.
YouTube uses a lot of metrics to decide which videos to promote, but click-through rate is one of the most important stats. So how do you increase your click-through rate? You guessed it, thumbnails. Today's video was inspired by a question from Cardanova. Thanks for writing in. So how do you make better thumbnails? By using a few simple design techniques. Once you learn these tips, you'll start to recognize them all over the place. Like here, over here, up there, here, and most importantly, here. Don't worry about mastering these design tips. Picasso was a painter his whole life and never got good, and he's famous. Just keep practicing and your thumbnails will improve. Let's start with faces. Humans are drawn to faces. Studies have shown that when images have people in them, that's what your eyes look to first. So when possible, it's good to have a face in your thumbnail. A recent study of 740 thumbnails found 72% contained a human face. The study also found that emotional faces get more clicks. Yup, that silly face you see all over YouTube is intentional. But it's not just the shocked Pikachu face that gets people to click. There are several emotional cues YouTubers use to trigger a response. Consider exploring these emotions for your thumbnails. Excited, inspired, confident, confused, curious, angry, sad, shocked, and scared. While faces can have a huge impact on your click-through rate, not every niche uses faces in their thumbnails or even their videos. So here are a few more design tips for you to try. By using contrast, you can let the most important parts of your thumbnail stand out from the rest. Brightness levels and color are two easy ways you can do this. People's eyes are naturally drawn to the brightest or most saturated part of an image. Add contrast between the background and foreground so the viewer's eyes are drawn to your thumbnail. Another easy way to add contrast is to outline your subject. This is also known as the sticker effect. This is especially effective when your subject and background start to blend together. Contrast allows people to quickly and easily digest what's going on. If your image has too much of one color, it can be difficult for people to know what they're looking at. Add more contrast to inspire viewers to click on your video. I can't believe I'm saying this, but size does matter. When creating thumbnails, you can emphasize the most important part of the image by simply making it bigger.
That's what she said.
You can also make your image stand out by exaggerating size. This point is crucial when talking about text. If you choose to add text to your thumbnail, make sure it is big enough to read on the home feed. Remember, thumbnails are small. You can easily make your text bigger if you use fewer words. I can't tell you the number of times I've seen people write long sentences on their thumbnails that are impossible to read. Please, stop doing this. Font choice can also impact how easy your thumbnail is to read. We recommend that you use bold fonts to make your text stand out. Bonus tip, put your thumbnail on a mock-up of the YouTube homepage to see how it stacks up. I do this regularly when I want to see if the thumbnail I've created is clear and easy to read. Another common mistake I see creators make is they try to include too many things in their thumbnails. PSA, you don't need to fill up every square inch of your thumbnail with stuff. Using negative space or white space allows the most important part of your thumbnail to easily stand out. Human brains don't process clutter very well, so if there's too much going on, people will just skip over it. Also, just to clarify, white space doesn't mean the background needs to be white, just void of distractions. Declutter your designs and more people will click. Finally, when people do look at your thumbnail, you can help them know where to look by using a few simple tricks. In English, we read from left to right, so we tend to scan images in either an F or Z pattern. Other cultures that read from right to left scan the page in the opposite direction. Use this knowledge to decide where to place your most essential elements and help guide your viewer's eye. Another simple trick is to use arrows or visual aids. Check marks, X's, geometric shapes, whatever this symbol is called, or lines can draw attention to your thumbnail. Combine these shapes with the color red, and now you're cooking with gas. Keep practicing and your thumbnail game will eventually get the thumbs up. It's horrible. I can't, I'm done.